on to our next story. It does not get better. It's just a grim theme today because we are talking about one Boniface karaoke. Now, while Kenyans were demonstrating in the streets, that was yesterday, demonstrating because of the murder of Albert Ojwang while he was in police custody, and overall just police brutality. It has become a trend. We've been seeing the forced abductions, we've been seeing false arrests, we've been seeing, yani they've even given Subarus a bad name because somebody will just pull up to your house ununiformed. We saw the lady just last month who was arrested because she created a public forum for people to contribute their opinions about the financial bill for 2025. And I'm just like, so what was her crime? Compiling docs so that people can, public participation. You're arresting people for actual public participation in the things they're supposed to participate in. Lawful public participation, but when you go to the streets, it's an issue. So that was last month. I'm glad she did an interview and she said, the simple fact that you arrested me does not scare me anymore. It just fuels me further. You guys, the police brutality is now turning its own citizens into something different. The thing he was scared of is the thing you're creating. And so to some point, it even feels like a conspiracy. Like somebody's just doing this for fun because ain't no way this is actually happening. Now, Kenyans are protesting about police brutality and the death of Albert Ojwang while in police custody. Goons are introduced into the protest. And instead of even the protest going on, it's turned into something crazy. We saw people being robbed, people being beaten in the street. And in the same breath, we saw a police officer shoot somebody in close range, point blank, an unarmed man who was only selling face masks to people because tear gas is happening. Y'all need to stay protected. And we all saw this. Like, he was caught in 4K. There's no denying it. How do you now come from this? How do you even prepare for yourself at this point? We've seen the is it IPOA, the investigation for police officers. We've seen the statements they've put out saying that they've arrested the police officer who actually shot Boniface karaoke. But we are yet to see, I don't think they feel like there's dignity in the human life. To see Kimani Ichung'wah get in front of parliament and say that you should stop antagonizing police officers because they do not know, some of them do not know how to restrain themselves. What do you mean?
Protect
a police
themselves.
officer who has had training with dealing with arms cannot restrain themselves to use them, then they should not have said arms. They should be walking around then with fimbos if that's the only thing that they can manage and restrain themselves. Honestly, I have no words. Now, we have seen celebrities, influencers, people come out and call out and bring awareness to the injury of Boniface karaoke. He is still, he's in very critical condition. He has not passed. We do hope and pray that he is able to recover. We've seen Nameless, Lupita Nyong'o, Eric Omondi, all come out in support and solidarity. But honestly, are we going to be doing this every year? Every June, July, we're going to be protesting in the streets because of police brutality? Well, what is happening? Is there a solution? A solulu, please.
There is no solulu, unfortunately, and our members of parliament have decided and our politicians have decided to stay in the Dululu because honestly, it's so crazy. And I saw someone speaking about this earlier today, I think on TikTok, and they said, we need to understand as a nation, like as a people, we need to understand that these politicians do not respond to plights of, oh, what have you done? Oh, you used to be part of ridiculous. Look at you now. You had made such a name for yourself by, speaking against the regime of its time and speaking against Moi and making political stances and statements that were so powerful for that time. Now look at you. Your children will not even get to enjoy that. They don't care. These members of parliament, politicians, and so on, they don't care about your sad story about, oh, maybe his children, I can only imagine I am his child somewhere at home waiting for my dad to come only to find out that he's now hospitalized. They don't care. They don't care about you claiming and telling them that pads are impossible to buy anymore. They don't care. They don't care about the fact that children died this week. Like, can you imagine? A child died. They don't care. They will shut you up with 2 million shillings, as if 2 million shillings is supposed to bring back the death of your son. Like it's supposed to somehow compensate you for the loss of the life of your own child. They don't care. They don't care that our roads are practically just potholes, so much so that they're now making AI videos of a woman walking into a pothole and just akaanguka na akapotelea ndani. They don't care. They don't care that you're still crying about the kids and the women and the children and the men and the young boys who were killed in Githurai that night. They don't care. They don't care. All of these pleas to, oh my God, empathy, find it within yourselves, they don't care. They really just don't care. And the only way that we can change this nation is by making better decisions ourselves. Like, I have said this many times, I did not vote last election, but I promise you, we will be at the polls. But the question is, between now, we're in 2025, the middle of 2025, between now and 2027, what the hell are we going to see? In 1 year, same problems are still popping up, same issues. We're still debating about the same issues. What's going to happen between now and 2027,